So far in Wonderlands, we're already hitting a point where we're finding out exactly what the meta is for the different wards or shields in the game. And today I want to do a top 5 ward/shields for Wonderlands, kind of help people realize what is something that they should focus into, kind of get a deeper dive into these different wards and shields, and just again, know exactly what they need to use these certain items for. Know you can follow me over on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch at Byrdman778. I'm starting my streams every single day right now at noon Eastern Standard Time, so swing on by. Let's work on some setups and do some chaos chambers together. Know that you can give a thumbs up on this video. It helps out so very much in the algorithms and all that fun stuff. And comment down below your favorite ward. And follow me over on Twitter to find out different stream schedules, and also whenever my code for G Fuel is 30% off. Again, that code is BYRD at checkout. Now, let's hop right on into this video. At number 5, we're going to have this ShamY. Now, this is going to be very familiar to a lot of Borderlands veterans because it's a direct kind of just like nod to the Sham shield from Borderlands 2. They renamed it, changed the text and kind of the lore behind it, but it's exactly the same thing. We're going to be getting an 80% chance to absorb bullets or cross bolts from enemies, which also is pretty awesome. Unfortunately, it does not go up to the same 94% that the Sham did in Borderlands 2. So it's very capped compared to that, which I think is honestly a good thing for just balancing and all that fun stuff. But it will also drop an elemental puddle while also giving us some speed whenever the shield is depleted. Now, the reason why this is at number 5 and not at some maybe higher number or something like that is just purely based on the fact that not every enemy is shooting bullets or cross bolts at you in this game. There's a aggressive amount of meleeing and other projectiles that kind of just take it out of him. I mean, right there, I just had an eyeball just drop a carpet bomb of goo on me and it just shredded my shield. It didn't block any of that from me, so it kind of makes it a little disappointing, unfortunately, but at the same time, this is a very good option for going through like early game and stuff. There's plenty of enemies, especially in like Mount Craw, where they're going to be shooting a lot of bullets. I mean, throughout the entire game, we have a lot of skeletons that have guns and stuff like that as well, so this is not a terrible choice to have, again, if you're doing like early game. But if you're doing some of those end game pieces of content, this just does not feel like the option, purely off the fact that enemies tend to health get you so freaking fast that chance to just block bullets just is not really worth it all that much around. So again, this is really why it's at number 5. At number 4, we have the Last Gas, a super awesome shield. Whenever your shield is depleted, you get a 25% boost to your fire rate, 20% boost to your reload speed, and you start regenning ammo for your currently equipped weapon. So this is all around just a really solid shield just to have, just because you're getting fire rate, you're getting speed, and you're getting ammo regen out of it. So it's going to be really great for those maybe like maker runs if you're doing that. You're able to just go through most of the different chaos chamber with that, essentially ensure that you have the highest ammo humanly possible and just getting some boosts. This is really solid for Stabomancers, especially because they have direct skills within their tree that read that you get extra damage with speed, so really nice to have that there. But the reason why it doesn't really go any higher is just because, again, these are very passive boosts versus a lot of the other boosts that we're going to be getting from these next 3 shields instead. So I really like this shield though. I mean, I've been using it for like different, again, Spore Warden, Stabomancer setups, just because it really does kind of help out getting that extra ammo. Especially I've done a couple maker runs where I've chucked this on real fast and been able to get a little bit of ammo regen. So not too bad all around, but again, I don't think you're going to be noticing anybody really using this for a super hardcore end game build, just because, again, it's one of those where you're getting very passive boosts versus the larger ones for having your shield depleted. So if you're going to be put yourself in danger, you should be getting something a little bit more out of it than just a little bit of extra speed and fire rate and ammo regen. But at the same time, very solid option all around if you're just trying to do some end game stuff. Number 3, we have the Master Room. This one's actually kind of a favorite of mine just because I've been doing a lot of companion builds, and this gives you a direct 25% boost to your companions, and it has a huge capacity to it. So it's really solid, especially for like these like TD or Chuck builds, or should I say Fury or Chuck builds, just because you're able to like not really have to worry about your health as much. I mean, you can take a beating a little bit just because it has such a high capacity on it already. And again, getting direct boost to your companions, whether that is your Wyvern, your Demi-Lynch, your Spore Buddy, your Hydras, you name it, having that is really nice. Now, I really like to combo this, especially again with like Spore Wardens and Greyborns, just purely the fact that those are such companion-based characters. You could definitely use this on a Clawbringer to help out your Wyvern companion, especially for the fact that Clawbringer is already so focused on high shield capacity that this will really fit into that niche well. And again, 25% boost just passively is so freaking nice. I mean, you guys don't even realize it, especially with how like these Hydra companions are double dipping into all these different damage formulas. Having just a flat 25% boost to them is really enjoyable. So again, if you want to see this setup, make sure you're checking out my video that I posted recently, my ultimate pet build, because again, it is part of that bread and butter of that build just because it's so juicy. So it definitely deserves this number 3 spot, and I really enjoy that it's also not a deplete shield. It's just like, here's some bonus, here's a high capacity, go have fun with this kind of niche setup that is insanely effective in Wonderlands. At number 2, we have the Cursed Wit. This is a super solid shield because whenever your shield is depleted, you get a 17% damage reduction, 100% increased damage dealt to nearby enemies. And it has a little bit extra ward on it, but the reason why this is such a solid shield is because it is kind of the ultimate end game shield, I would say, just purely off the fact that whenever you get that shield broken, you're getting extra damage. So you're noticing a lot of people like Chadley99, Epic Energy, all the homies that are trying to do like these one-shot builds are using the Cursed Wit because they're able to get really close to the enemy, have their shield broken, and get 100% boost to all their damage just to smack nerds. I mean, it's really solid too for mobbing scenarios as well, because again, these enemies in this game are hyper aggressive, and you're going to tend to have your shield broken a lot of times. So it's really solid. It's really great for spell shot as well, just because you have those direct pieces of your skill tree like Glass Cannon where you're not going to get any extra ward regen anymore. So you're essentially able to have that constant ability of the Cursed Wit going on you, especially if you're combo with like Greyborn, just because you can do the high damage of dark magic to kind of keep yourself healed, and then lean on the damage from the Cursed Wit as well. So really solid option all around. I mean, the only reason why it's not at number 1 for me personally is because, again, you have to be so hyper aggressive yourself. You're going to go down a lot, and it can be a little hairy at times. And at number 1, we have the Body Rune. This one's a huge favorite of mine just because, again, you're going to be getting health for every single kill that you get, plus a 20% bonus fire damage on top of that as well. And guess what? There's actually a secret ability that we found where you're getting just a flat 7% damage buff to your gun damage on it. For some reason, I've had multiple different sources. People like Jolt Studio mentioned that it happens, Garwood as well. It's very interesting that this is happening. So if anyone else notices it, make sure you're commenting down below. But this is just such a great shield. It's a perfect mobbing shield. I love it so very much. It's kind of the one that I will default on for most setups if I'm trying something new from the get-go, just because bonus fire damage, health on kills is just really nice. And again, we just mentioned with the Cursed Wit, a lot of enemies are very hyper aggressive, especially the eyeballs. So being able just to kill them real fast and get some health back for that, plus damage on top of that, is just a really good option. And again, this is something that is not too hard to find. I mean, it drops in the whirlpool, but technically it's part of the Maker and all these secret bosses loot pool. So it's really interesting that they intentionally chose this to be kind of one of those end game shields, but it's definitely a favorite of mine, and I definitely don't think that. I think people kind of like hyper focus on the Cursed Wit when in reality the Body Rune is definitely the best option all around. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Make sure you're letting me know down below what are some shields that you like to use, and if you agree with my picks for this video. Regardless, I definitely think that my rankings are pretty solid for this, so not too worried about that. But at the same time, I'm willing to debate and talk about what's going on with the game. But thank you so much for watching this. I hope you guys really enjoyed. Make sure you follow me over on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch at Byrdman778 and using code BYRD. You feel checkout. Like I said, we're starting every single day, starting at noon Eastern Standard Time. So swing on by. Let's vibe out, have a really good time, do some chaos chambers. Give a thumbs up on this video and comment down below your shield choices. And then make sure to follow me over on Twitter, twitter.com/Byrdman778 for updates on the channel and to know whenever my G Fuel code is at 30% off. They got that Time Tina flavor out right now. It's vanilla, cherry. People say that can't really taste the vanilla, but the cherry is insane. So make sure you're grabbing some yourself. But guys, thank you so much. I hope you have a great night, day, or whatever it may be.